When the Dream Challenge contest was announced, I was delighted because, like most of you, I already had loads of ideas about what I'd like to see added into the game. So in this video, I'm going to lay out my 6 mission map set. One of the only negatives that I've ever heard about NML is that nothing much changes in the camp. So I thought a cool way to fix this would be to create a series of missions based on unforgettable moments from the Walking Dead show, relocated into various parts of the base camp screen and featuring a different walker type or human enemy in each map. The first mission has already been selected, and I think this could fit into my base camp concept as a mission based on the season 7 episode where Sasha emerges from a coffin as a walker. Moving swiftly on, my mission 2 map is called Intruder Alert. I'm a huge fan of the show as well as the game, and that has a lot to do with the fact that nobody, not even members of the Grimes gang, are 100% invincible. The first time we see this is in Series 1 when the camp is overrun by walkers and Daryl, Rick, Glenn and T-Dog arrive to save the day. This would be a kill all walkers mission, with civilians wrestling with a mixture of regular and swift walkers in the camp. Swift walkers are a good fit here because in the early episodes, walkers were more agile and able to do stuff like climbing over a fence. One member of the team would need to unlock the council RV for 3 turns, so that rescued civilians could get to safety. The 2 teammates would need to prioritise civilians wrestling with walkers. Survivors with the stun capability will be a must at higher levels to protect the civilians. In Series 4 we see the governor flying headlong into a walker pit and then wipe them out with his bare hands, and as luck would have it we have our own walker pit in the game. This would be a kill all walkers round, but to make it more interesting it will be split level, with one of your teams spawning in the walker pit and the other 2 on the ground. Stun capability or wide arc attacks will be a must for the player in the pit, but at high levels he would need a lot of help from ranged weapon teammates at ground level, who of course have their own problems with approaching normal, tank and SWAT walkers. In the mid-season finale of Season 8 we saw Ezekiel take on the Saviours and get his kingdom to safety aboard a school bus, and that's the inspiration for Mission 4, Schools Out. This is a 2-part rescue mission. Part 1 is to create a diversion by detonating a huge explosion in the camp, and Part 2 is to jumpstart the school bus being used as a gate. While all this is going on, the 2 teammates would need to battle the saviours keeping the kingdom's subjects hostage. Stun capability is a must to save the civilians, especially at higher levels. When the last hostage is free, green zones appear beside the bus for everyone to get on board and escape. In a cinematic ending, the bus will drive out through the gate and race to the nearby road. In Mission 5, which I call Cable Ties, I'd like to see the NML version of one of the highest kill count moments in the show's history. To the right of your camp screen is a long road, perfect to recreate one of my favourite scenes from Season 7, where Michonne and Rick mow down hundreds of walkers with a cable attached between their cars. The aim of the mission would be to attach cables to the mission car and the outpost truck, whilst the third member of the team fends off walkers emerging from the trees. Approaching from the right would be a 4-wide column of walkers led by shiny heads, forcing you to attach the cables simultaneously, especially at higher levels. When the cables are attached to both vehicles, green zones would appear for your team to enter their cars. And in a cinematic, crowd-pleasing finale, the vehicles will drive along the road, decapitating all remaining walkers. The final mission concept is the ultimate crowd pleaser, and I simply call it Sheva. The mission would take place at the bottom of the screen, just outside the camp, with an impatient tiger inside the camp itching to join the fight. You would start with only 2 players. One of them would need several turns to create a gap in the fence, whilst the other would be fending off human enemies attacking from the woods. After a set number of turns, Sheva would be released and you'd be able to play her as your 3rd survivor, mauling saviours. Just like a melee class player, she would only be able to attack 1 enemy at a time and would still take damage from nearby saviours and ranged weapon attacks, and because of her size would occupy 2 game spaces, making her a bigger target and keeping the strategic aspects of the game intact. And there you have it. If you want to see this map set added into the game, let Next Games know by commenting and adding a like. That's it from me, Johnny B, but you can see more of my videos on my JJB Games channel dedicated to all things NML. So until the next time, bye bye for now.